Excuse me, good evening and welcome to the Waterloo, City Council Finance Meeting. Roll call, please.
Mr. Nichols?
Here.
Mr. Childs?
Here.
Mr. Foyce?
Here.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda as proposed, as well as the approval of the minutes of the March 18th, 2024 meeting as presented.
Aye. Second.
All right,
Second.
we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. First up, Mr. Childs, will you take the travel requests, please?
Yes. I move to approve the following travel requests. Number one is for Sergeant Ludwig. That is a FBI LEDA Command Leadership Institute in Cedar Falls, Iowa, May 13th through 17th, 2024, and an amount not to exceed $795. Number two are the police chief, 2 captains, 2 lieutenants, 1 sergeant, and 3 officers, and that was for the Waterloo Exchange Club Officer of the Year banquet in Waterloo, Iowa, March 7th, 2024, and that was not to exceed $315. This is for Bridget Wood, Finance Director, and that is for the Spring IMFOA Conference in Des Moines, Iowa. The dates will be April 17th through 19th of 24, and the amount not to exceed $525. And Stephen Carregard, Director of Aviation. The meeting is to AAA Annual Conference, Nashville, Tennessee, April 27th through May 1st, 2024, and the amount not to exceed $2,706.28.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion on the travel requests? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And then next up, we have the pre-authorization to expend over $2,500.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to approve the following pre-auths. The first is for fire in the amount of $6,878.20 plus $100 shipping and handling, and that's for 7 QRAE 3 wireless gas monitors. Next is leisure services in the amount of $12,695.50, and that's for 18 aluminum picnic tables for Gates Park and Greenbelt Lake shelters. Next is for leisure services in the amount of $3,480, and that's for labor and materials to plant annual flowers in 29 of the saucer-style planters at Riverloop Expo Plaza. 8 is for planning and zoning in the amount of $3,270, and that's for front footage with 1-inch tap at 2255 GT Drive. Next is for planning and zoning in the amount of $4,900, and that's for the environmental site assessment phase 1 for 310 Upland Drive. Next is for planning and zoning in the amount of $4,800, and that's for the environmental site assessment phase 1 for 1103 Commercial Street. Next is for the police in the amount of $9,003, and that's for the Tri-County Drug Task Force annual ICAP insurance premium. Next, Axon docking station and licenses. Next is for sanitation, and that's in the amount of $12,036.60, and that's for 3 sanitation cart washers. Next is for sanitation in the amount of $11,500 for mobile ramp for compost site. Next is for sewer department in the amount of $4,617 plus $383 shipping and handling, and that is for rebuilt transmission for truck A02. Next is for street department in the amount of $764,664 plus $24,350 shipping and handling, and that's for the reclaimer to be used for resurfacing streets. Next is for the street department in the amount of $69,382.43 plus $1,531 shipping and handling, and that's for the 48-inch planter, 24-inch planter, 86-inch severe duty bucket, and 84-inch angle broom for street projects. Next is for street department in the amount of $100,201.77 and plus $1,500 shipping and handling, and that's for the compact track loader for the street repairs. And finally, we have the street department in the amount of $89,332 plus $1,500 shipping and handling, and that's for the mini paver with emulsion system, training on the equipment for warranty purposes, and spare parts for street repairs.
Second.
All right. Excuse me. We have a motion and a second discussion. Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And then we have 2 budget line items to be amended. First is to approve the budget amendment to increase Tri-County forfeiture revenue and the Tri-County forfeiture expense lines by $60,000 as submitted by the police department. And second is to approve the budget amendment to increase the cash on hand revenue line and machinery and equipment expense line in the amount of $1,052,461.20 for street resurfacing and repair equipment purchases as submitted by the streets department.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion. Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Excuse me. Opposed? Motion carries. Other committee business is to request, is a motion to, for approval of a request approving a refund to Sandra Utzler on property located at 206 Summit Avenue, Waterloo, Iowa, 50701 in the amount of $23 for the interest paid on a sidewalk assessment certificate number 35-0017360.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Discussion. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion
Aye.
carries. And then for bills payments, it's just this one, the first. Sorry. Give the 25th. Oh, no, that's okay. For March 25th, 2024, that amount is $4,555,090.13. And for Monday, April 1st, 2024, that amount is $1,509,411.78. I make a motion to receive, file, and forward to the full council.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
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 All right, motion carries.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 We are adjourned. Thank you.